Hello all, welcome to my channel today, and this is Vinolin, the storyteller. Today I'm super excited to share the success story of Chandrayaan 3 and what we can look forward to. Chandrayaan 3 has created history as it became the first country to land on the south pole of the lunar surface and fourth country after United States, Russia and China to soft land on the moon. The Russian spacecraft was aiming to be the first ever spacecraft to soft land on the south polar region of the moon, which is relatively a difficult terrain and might contain water ice. But the spacecraft crashed onto the moon a day after the apparatus moved to an unpredictable orbit, leaving only Chandrayaan 3 in the race. Meanwhile, ISRO said it had successfully reduced the orbit of the lander module and it was expected to touch down on the moon's surface at 18:04 hours on August 23. The real test began in the last 20 minutes before landing, when ALS was initiated by ISRO. The whole country was watching the soft landing of the lander module like watching the IPL finals. ALS, automatic landing sequence, is a critical part of this Chandrayaan landing. When the lander module receives the ALS command, the lander module activates its engines for power descent. According to ISRO officials, at around 30 km altitude, the lander module uses its 4 thruster engines by retrofiring them, soft landing on the moon by gradually reducing the speed. After reaching 16.8 km height, only 2 engines are powered and the other 2 engines will shut down. Aiming at giving the reverse thrust while it is landing because the moon's gravity is also now on the plane. At an altitude of 150 meters, the lander module starts using its sensors and cameras to scan the landing surface for any obstacles to ensure the soft landing on the moon. The most critical part of the landing is to gradually reduce the speed from 30 km height to the final landing and then reorient the spacecraft from horizontal direction to the vertical direction. Given that Chandrayaan 2 failed during the last 20 minutes before landing, ISRO officials were super cautious this time. The last 20 minutes is also dubbed as the 20 minutes of terror. Shortly after the Vikram lander soft landed, its health was assessed, the dust was waited to settle down, and then the Chandrayaan rover rolled down. With this, Chandrayaan's 14-day exploration of the moon began. What will happen after 14 days? As I mentioned in my previous episode, after 14 lunar days, the rover and the lander will become inactive since they can work only in the sun. However, there is a possibility that the duo may come back to life once the sun rises again, fingers crossed. Achieving soft landing is only part of the plan, and Chandrayaan rover will be covering 500 meters every lunar day, giving the scientific information about the terrain. Objective is to study the geology of the moon, giving us a better understanding of the astronomical object. It also investigates several elements like iron, calcium, silicon, potassium, and more. It will also understand the day-night cycle, moon dust, and the moon's atmosphere. This event also highlights India's dedication to leveraging the cutting-edge technology in a cost-effective manner. But wait, what it has to do with India and Indians. Is it really important to touch the moon when we have so many problems to deal with? I can explain. India is now part of the elite space club after United States, Russia and China. Isn't something to celebrate? This event shows India's technological capabilities on the global stage, inviting more collaborations and absolutely positive spillover to the growth of other industries. This is a big boost for business opportunities too. The space program will boost Indian economy and also contribute to the growth of tech sector. This fosters investors' confidence and encourages additional investment, driving innovation and growth. Moon has elements that are rare on Earth. Example, helium-3, which is a non-pollutant resource, is abundant on Moon. It can be used as fuel for nuclear fusion experiment. Water ice, which was discovered by Chandrayaan-1, can pave way for human habitation. Now, this event has put India on a global map. Can you deny? So there is a reason to hail India's mission to the moon and celebrate the huge potential it holds. As Modi said, this is not just for India, but for the entire world. He also recently announced August 23 as the National Space Day to celebrate India's mission to the moon. Hope you all enjoyed Chandrayaan-3 success story. Please share your comments on the comment section below. Stay tuned for more interesting stories. Until then, bye from Vinolin the Storyteller.